Hello guys, good morning. How are you doing today? I hope you're all well. This is Cold Waters. Anybody who doesn't know what this is, I'd be very surprised, but anyone who hasn't played it, I can say it's a really good game. I held off buying this game because I thought it was massively overpriced, and I still think it is slightly overpriced. But when it's on sale on Steam like it is at the moment for £15, I think it is, then this is a cracking game, a really cracking game. And I have for a long time wanted to make a proper series on YouTube on my channel for
Titanic Simulator.
Titanic Simulator. I've got that. I've got Titanic Simulator. It's really good. I've always wanted to do a Silent Hunter series. Now, one of my favourite YouTubers ever, Taff in Exile, definitely go check him out if you're into simulation games. He's been doing it for a long time. I think he's got like 50 episodes or something crazy like that. And I've never found the right gear or the right motivation to actually get on and do it. But Cold Waters is something I've been looking at for about a year. Came out over a year ago.
Submariners.
Oh, Submariners. Submariners or Submariners. How you doing, Poncho? But Cold Waters is not, I would say, hardcore.
There's a Titanic Simulator.
Yeah, Chesh, there's the Titanic Simulator. And not only is there a Titanic Simulator, but it's in VR as well. And
Sorry, I'm non-English, LOL.
No problem, Poncho. The Titanic Simulator is in VR and 3D. Both of them incredibly moving experiences. I've been meaning to make a video on that for a really long time, Chesh. So maybe you reminding me about it today is the kick in the backside that I need to get that done. Anyway, coming back to Cold Waters. Cold Waters is over a year old now. I don't know that they're developing on it anymore. I know they've gone very quiet. They're not talking to the community at all about anything.
At Cheshire you can sync Titanic in Silent Hunter game.
You can sync the Titanic in the Silent Hunter game. Can you? If that's true, Poncho, I might have to think about maybe. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could morally bring myself to do that. You know. Maybe. It's interesting though if that's true. It's the right time period, isn't it? There is Britannic, the sister. Of course, yeah. Oh God.
See, I seem to have an effect like that on people, reminding them of stuff to do.
It's a good skill to have, Chesh. You should be a project manager. Yeah, so anyway, I've been playing Cold Waters whilst I've been ill, because I haven't really been able to do much. And it's a really good game, don't get me wrong, it's just not hardcore sim. So I thought, well, how can I make this more hardcore, more ultimate realism than it already is? And I came up with a fantastic idea. And it works superbly well, I have to say, in my own defence. If you think about any submarine movie that you've seen, and I can only think of two, and that's U-Boat, or U-Boot, the German one, which is like 4 hours long or something. Brilliant, by the way. If you haven't watched it, brilliant. Watch it. It's amazing. There's that one, and there's Red October. So there's only really two. And you'll find that the commanders very rarely actually touch anything other than the periscope. So it's all done by voice command. So I've hooked this up with VOICEATTACK. And I've got all the keys, well, 99% of the keys working. I've had to think outside the box on a couple of areas because of the way that the game's very linear. But it works incredibly well. And I've been playing quite a bit. I read the manual last night. I found the manual and read it last night, so I've got some idea of what I'm doing now. And I feel like I'm now an advanced rookie. That's how I feel. Prior to that, I was a complete noob. I had no idea what I was doing at all. I am going to do a single mission, that's what I meant. I'm going to go for number 4, Iron Coffins. A massive Oscar-class cruise missile submarine is attempting to sneak past NATO ASW barrier patrols and escape into the North Atlantic convoy routes. It likely has a potent attack submarine escort, so don't be reckless. And that's the thing about this game. It's the thing about all submarine games is, well, not games, simulators, is, you know, being undetected is what keeps you alive, which means you spend a lot of time not doing anything other than moving very quietly. So it doesn't appeal to everybody, but my God, I'm really enjoying it, I have to say. We have to locate and sink the Oscar. We have to locate and sink any escorting submarines if possible. That's the secondary objective. So the primary and only key objective is this. And I haven't really mastered any skills per se, I just know how to do things. My voice, you may be able to hear it, you may not. It's a bit nasally, I'm a bit bunged up, I'm a bit whatnot. So some of the commands that I speak are not recognised, like worse than usual. So we'll just have to sort of stumble our way through that. Now, I always go for this submarine. But there are options, there are alternatives. I'm just going to stick with the one I know. I don't know why I just clicked back then, that's not what I meant to do. Let's try that again. Single mission. Iron Coffins. This is the worst submarine in the game. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I know why I went back. I'm going to change the difficulty from rookie to ridiculously hardcore. If I can figure out how to do it. Single mission. Iron Coffins. Start. Accept. Accept. How do I change the difficulty then? Or perhaps you can't. Oh, we're in a totally different sub. This is not the standard one I thought it was. We've actually got air surface missiles and stuff. 8 of. Which I've never fired. This could be interesting. We have a new sonar contact bearing 192, designated Sierra 1. We are 80 feet deep. That is not deep. Our heading is 250, 5 knots, so we're at silent running. Clear, light, breeze, moderate surface duct, moderate thermal layer. That thermal layer is basically where hot water and cold water divide. There's like a layer of maybe 100 feet or something, and it disrupts sonar activity. So you can kind of hide in it almost. Above or below it, you're far more visible. Okay, let's have a crack at this. I don't expect this to go particularly well, being the first game of the day, but I'll do my best.
On sonar, new contact bearing 192, designated Sierra 1.
Rudder left.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 225, designated Sierra 2. Con sonar, new contact bearing 189, designated Sierra 3.
Periscope depth. Conditions.
4 by 8 dive by.
That's the layer I was just telling you about there. So we're above that at the moment. If we fire torpedoes at anything, I very quickly want to get down below this. Now we can't see anything above the waterline at the moment because we physically cannot see. So it's invisible to us at present, and obviously submarines don't have windows. But the fact that you can sort of see outside the sub is a little bit non-simulated.
4 by 8 dive by.
Periscope.
Upscope.
Rudder right. Periscope view. I'm not seeing anything. Periscope.
Downscope.
Alrighty, we'll have to go find these guys. Plane's down. So we know they're doing 8 knots. Information, this is our information here, this is about our vessel. This is information about the vessel that we're currently looking at. So S2, Sierra 2 is named as such. Is named as such until we find out exactly what ship it is, and same with S1, etc. Camera. Straight and narrow. Saying straight and narrow. Straight and level.
Passing 100 feet.
Straight and level. Increase power.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con sonar, Sierra. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Sierra 2 is cavitating. So he's just sped up. Don't know what speed he's doing now. But this one's still doing 8 knots, so we'll follow on behind a little bit. Tactical map. Excuse me. Tactical map. Tactical map. Can't get the crew these days, can you? So I'm not sure what the scale is here, but these are A, quite far apart, and B, quite far away. We don't know what direction S3 is heading in, hence why it's got a closed box with a dot in the middle. We just know there's a vessel, we don't know which way it's going. When one side of the vessel is open, we know that's the back. Silent running.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Rudder right. Periscope depth.
Con.
Make depth 4-5 feet. Dive by.
Contact Sierra 2 is classified as Alpha. Isn't that our target, Alpha? Oh, we could hit this and be out of here real quick. Tactical map. Camera. Straight and level. Periscope depth. Periscope depth. We're already doing it. Periscope.
Upscope.
Periscope view.
Con. Dive at 4-5 feet. Dive by.
I just realised what I'm doing. I'm looking above the waterline for a ship which is below the waterline because it's a submarine, isn't it? My head's not in the game yet. Periscope. Periscope.
Downscope.
Camera. Center map. Right rudder. We're just going to fire everything at this. Straight and level. We're going to try and intercept here as best we can without being spotted. Oh, I see her. I see her. There she is. So we're above this level and he's below. Just need these torpedoes to load a bit quicker and we're in.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
.1 kilometers away. That's a long shot for these dumb torpedoes, but these ones should be able to seek. Oh no, these are seekers. Oh, cool. What are these then? Weapons. Oh, they're moss. I don't know why I loaded those. Conditions.
Can't you try to match sonar signatures to work out what S1, S2, etc. is?
You can. Signature. So this is what a signature looks like. This is a pre-recorded signature at the top. And you can see it's matching what we're listening to at the moment. So we have confirmed this to be the Alpha SSN. So I'm just going to take this one down. I'm just going to hit it and get the hell out of here. I'm not too worried about, you know,
Sonar,
taking out the ships that are with it.
Classified as submerged submarine.
We've got a 95% solution on this. We're taking it down, and we're almost in its baffles. You see where it's turning left? The baffles being the back where the prop is, so they can't hear anything that's behind them. So we are very nearly in its baffles, in which case we can fire torps at it, and it's not necessarily going to even hear us. 6.9k out. We're going to have a crack at this boy. Fire torpedo. I want it to go active about there.
1, aye sir.
Fire torpedo.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1. Con sonar,
Same
launch
thing.
transient from Sierra 1.
Conditions. Rudder right. So our ship's going to peel off over there somewhere, but we're going to watch this and see how well it activates and tracks down that ship. He knows that we fired at him, so he'll be dropping noisemakers, unless we caught him when he was smack bang in the baffles, in which case he may not know there are 2 torpedoes heading his general way. We shall see. We've still got a wire on these 2, which is good, but we are turning right, so that wire will break, at which point we'll have no control over it. So maybe if I dip this one down a little bit. No, we can't control that. That's interesting. I thought whilst the wire was still attached I could. So hopefully they'll go a bit deeper. Oh, when I cut the wire it will happen.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 051.
See the sub? That's our target right there. See it's coming up on the map. These are our torps. And you see he's turning right. I don't know that he knows these are coming. He's going to hear them eventually, but I don't think he's heard them yet because he's had his baffles facing him for so long. There you go.
26.
He's just dropped a noisemaker. He knows they're coming now. He's aware of it.
Flooding in the reactor space.
What the bloody hell? Camera. We've just been hit by a torpedo. There was no mention of a torpedo anywhere. Holy cow. Oscar 1 hit us. I was too busy telling you guys about what we were doing. Blank speed.
Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2.
Fire torpedo.
3.
Shoot tube 3.
These
Aye,
make
sir.
noise. Fire torpedo.
Con, fire
Fire
control.
torpedo.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 209. Contact is in the baffles.
Straight and level.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 266. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 210.
Plane's down. So there's a very good chance we hit that, but I'm not 100% sure.
Con, maneuver
maneuvering.
I think we
turns
missed it.
for 2,
Reload.
5 knots.
Reload.
Passing 100 feet.
Reload. Reload.
Pumps have been repaired.
Straight and level.
Passing 200 feet.
Have a crack at this. Fire torpedo.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 2, 1, 2, contact faded.
Passing 300 feet.
We are not in a
Con
good
sonar,
place here.
Torpedo in the water.
Damage
torpedo
control.
in the water. Bearing 2, 3, 0.
46% hull integrity. Everything actually seems okay, despite the fact that we've got a
Con
whopping great
sonar,
big hole in the
torpedo
side of the
water.
ship.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 2, 3, 5.
235. Oh yeah, I see him. Rudder left.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Silent running.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
So we are gonna, basically they've been following our noise, so I've turned the engines off. We're gonna turn out and try and get away from these.
Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra 2, bearing 2,
Sierra 2
4,
is down.
0.
We have taken down that ship.
Con sonar regained
Straight and level.
contact on. Master 3, bearing 2,
Something
0,
over there, look.
0.
Taking a bit of a battering. Or is that Sierra 2? That must be Sierra 2, yeah. This torp is coming real close to us. Flank speed. Rudder left.
Make con
Hard
sonar.
left.
We are cavitating.
Oh, I think we're dead. We are so dead. Dive, dive, dive. I meant to say dive earlier. Crap. We took out the target though. My attack aspect was excellent, but my defensive position was absolutely awful. I was too busy chatting to you guys and not playing the game. Not saying it's your fault or anything. We got the target. They also got us. That was a rather silly failure. I'm going to have another crack at that and do it properly. But I was kind of trying to make it clear to anyone who hasn't seen the game before, sort of what's going on and what everything is. I think what's better is if you have a question about the game whilst I'm playing, just ask me and I'll tell you, because I do need to pay attention A, to what I'm doing, B, to what everybody else is doing. Otherwise I'm going to keep getting killed by torpedoes I didn't know were there. There's me saying he doesn't know these torps are coming because they're in his baffles, and I had no idea that I was being attacked either. Crazy. Right, let's do this properly.
Con sonar new contact bearing 209 designated Sierra 1.